Where does this think? Me? This thing is gonna be.
Well, with Blue getting an order too, and now it would probably be a good idea to do that.
All right, we're live.
I think what I picked up from the effort.
Plug us in here. Stupid phone run out of battery.
And territory.
All right. Get you guys all plugged in. I ain't gonna talk much until somebody comes in here. There we go. And we're set. We are live.
Hold on.
There's Dory.
Hi, Dory.
I like
your dog.
He's called her Dory ever since.
Here.
There's Bob. What's up, Bob?
Just snap back on the leash, Christine.
Hey, I'm pretty proud of myself. I remembered how to do this. I only do this like 3 times a year anymore. All right. Well, we're going to need. Hi, Michelle. If you want to come up, the link is there at the top. And I'll see if I can remember how to let you up. I doing this because Steve wanted to go to bed, and I figured I'd give the people somewhere to go. There's one tray.
No.
If you were over at Steve's, yes, I'm making jerky.
Did that.
Probably kind of show what I'm doing after I get it done. Wow.
Yeah, so it just.
That was not much in that bag. That's right, Bob. You know, that's why I even go out and knock a deer down anymore. It's meat in the freezer. You don't have to go to the grocery store to get it.
But we're gonna do that. We have to have these outside. There's some kind of scale. Yeah.
Hey, Gandalf. I'm paying attention to the chat. Bob, watch the chat for me. I can look at it. I'm not like totally focused on it. Man, definitely wasn't 2 pounds in that bag. It only filled up one dehydrator. Well, I got to get another bag. Wow. Putting a dent in her.
Ah.
So, I don't think I need quite that much. Do, let's see, that's 3 more trays. God, we might be able to get this done in another run. That surprises me. That surprises the crap out of me. I'll tell you what, that's gonna be one more run. I'm gonna make that one more run.
Do you know that German Shepherds actually have a better bite force? Push the butt down. Put down.
I am going to make that one run. About time for another beer. Okay, well, she's standing right behind me.
That'd be really fun.
That's good, Michelle.
Yeah, room.
Guys, I'm trying to chew gum and walk. But I'm trying my best.
So, go outside.
We are going to get these trays filled, hell or high water.
Free. Like, and they know. It's he's got it.
There we go. Hey, Wolf Den. Tony, right? I'm terrible with names.
Yeah.
But Pitbull versus
Oh, Rick. Okay.
true story. Now,
Why did I think Tony? Is there another guy with a wolf name named Tony? Tony, Rick, and Skip all are wolves.
But they are more pit bulls.
He's trying to keep his stuff.
It's fine.
You guys hear me all right?
You can do that.
Have to ask.
Do that. No, we're not gonna.
Oh, good.
Easy. Weekend.
So you go by Rick then, Wolves Den? Bill. That's Gandalf's name, ain't it? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I never had it wound up.
Like I said, I'm horrible with names. You guys all know mine because it's right below my name or right below my picture. Although nobody really calls me Matthew. Except my grandma and you guys. You guys and my grandma are the people that call me Matthew. But I'm usually in trouble if somebody's saying Matthew.
Hey. He's gonna be probably the same horse. Smaller tradition. Oh.
Oh, is that just one more tray? Okay. Oh, that's probably going to be it then. I might get this in the one. I might get this much. We'll have to see.
It's my purple. Something pretty, you know,
I like my big tree.
I would love to be done making jerky after this round. One more round, I should say.
We put them on there, and then we took them off.
So when you owe me 20, I should say Matthew. I mean, that's my name, but nobody calls me that. They use the shortened version. Matt is just quicker.
Do your own thing.
In fact, a lot of people just call me Jess, which is weird because that's my wife's name.
Good. Oh. Great. Let's go. Set fruit. Fruit. Set.
Vile names, yeah.
Fruit. Set. Free. Come on, free. Ooh.
Oh, well, I reckon in that case it's hindrance, Michelle. Hey, Chris. Cinnamon, yeah. Well, you're the only one that calls me Cinnamon. You're not going to believe this, Michelle, but not many people call me Cinnamon. Oops. That's a piece for the dogs.
Matt, hand me my smoke. I'm listening. Gracias.
Matthew, no matter how bad you think about your channel, you can't do any worse than my channel. That's no matter. I don't really feel bad about my channel. I do it for fun, and if people watch it, great. If they don't give a crap. I don't promote it a lot. Just kind of a hobby. I think if I tried to make it something more, it would become work. And I don't mind putting in the work, but you know, when you're working pro bono on YouTube, don't want to put that much effort into it. I just take a camera along for what I'm already doing. I've probably said this 100 times now, but what you see in my videos is what I'm already doing anyway. I don't go out on a limb and make videos for the sake of making them. Not much. I guess jerky video, yeah, but it wasn't hard to film this jerky video I'm making as we speak. No, not hard at all. Actually, an easier video to make than a fishing video because I know where the camera's pointing, and it's just easier to film in your house. I mean, that's 100%. There's no elements, and you just kind of film when you want to. All right, one more tray. Yeah, Steve wasn't feeling. I don't think he was feeling real great tonight. He went live because I asked him to get Jess up to 100 tonight, which she hit 100, which good for her. It took me 3 or 4 years on YouTube to get 100 subs. So the fact that she did that in a year or two is amazing to me. Yeah, big shout out to Bushcraft Homestead. He hooked her up tonight, and so did Jan. And if somebody else helped her tonight, and I don't know about it, thank you to you too. Paul, is Paul in here? Hey, Paul. Yeah, I don't do these very much. This is kind of like once in a blue moon for me. But Steve's live ended, and I thought I would more or less keep it going. Thanks, Lucy. We appreciate you. And about 5 minutes, I'll actually be able to pay more attention to what you guys are saying. I'm kind of catching every second or third. Well, Bob, because my hands are covered with deer meat. I don't want to touch my phone, if I'm being honest. So I'll show you what I'm doing pretty soon. What I'm doing is pretty boring. If you guys have ever made jerky, it's not really going to be that surprising or amazing. But I will show you momentarily what I am doing. But I figure I'll get this part out of the way, and I have to do this again tomorrow. And then I'll be done. And I'll be able to put some aside to eat. This stuff isn't. Miss Jess is outside right now. Base turquoise covering eyes. Yeah, she's outside right now. She's also entertaining some guests, so. I'll be done in a minute. Not a minute, a couple of minutes. But I promise you, I'll show you what I'm doing. Good. Oh, that's good. Well, hopefully they stick, you know. Hopefully they stick. You know, you get to a point where you kind of already know everybody, and there's no one left to sub you. So you kind of, the best way I've seen, if you want more people, is making shorts. Because for me, making long videos is great and all, but they don't really get watched very much, and they seldom get me subscribers. So Just a tip for you guys: if you want more people, just post shorts. The best thing to do. Oh man, running out of room. Bit off more than I could chew. I'll just stick some of this back in a bag. Call it good, so I can just be done with it. Man, like I must have cut a lot of this meat really small this year, which is fine. It all tastes pretty good. Not so much of the big chunks I got this year as the small ones. All right, let me wash my hands. Throw that back in the bag. It's not going to fit. No, I'm making jerky with the lean meat. The butt of the deer. I'll tell you right now, that's all I'm gonna make all that fit on the next one. I am not running this dehydrator any more than one more time. All right. That is that.
Freak.
That is that.
That was good for Brutus. Got to meet Peyton.
Yeah.
And Christine was a little worried about him last time. He wanted to eat her face. But that's because Kimber was like,
Shoot. I missed a tray. Gosh dang it. Well, I still got to do one more tray.
with Steve.
No, we're doing another one. Missed a tray. Not quite done. That is a rookie mistake. Rookie. Well, I'll show you what I'm doing, as I said I would. But I got to fill one more tray now. All right. You guys watching? So these are all the... I just missed that tray because I'm an idiot. That's 4 trays on that one. I want to say 5 or 6. 5 or 6 trays on that one. I'm trying not to crowd it too much. And then when you're done, that's what it looks like. It's a big old popcorn ball, or popcorn bowl full of the dry stuff. So I'm letting it dry out in the bowl. And there you go. Showed you what I'm doing. I gotta load one more tray. Let my phone charge. I think I'll just keep this in the bag.
What are you screaming about?
I'll do this last tray. It takes 4 hours. Each time I run both of them. And it's starting to look like I've had to run them. This is going to be the 3rd 4-hour run. And it's looking very much like I'm going to have to do a 4th. I thought I was going to have to do a 5th. But now I'm kind of seeing that I'm going to be good just to do it one more time.
Are you gonna keep Bruce's for tonight? Or
Maybe.
One more time is going to be plenty.
He's fine. That was just out.
Do you add smoke? No, I do. I use liquid smoke, but I don't smoke anything. No, I use liquid smoke. But that's just some generic liquid that you throw in with your soy sauce and your Worcestershire sauce. You're just using a lot of stuff with a high salt content. If you can go out and buy the actual cure, but what I found over the years is even if I make 10 pounds of jerky, which is a crap ton, it doesn't last very long. Because it only makes 10 pounds, only makes like 4 pounds of jerky. Once it's dry, it's only like 4 pounds. And that stuff gets eaten, I mean, within a week, it's gone. It wouldn't matter if I made 10 pounds, it'd last 2 weeks. You know, I give it away to a couple of friends and makes me happy.
Meet Christine.
People get to eat it that
I know, it's sitting right there.
normally otherwise couldn't. And I know it's a lot of work. And it is work. Tedious. It's not hard, it's just tedious.
It's not good.
I've always shared
Okay.
a little bit of fish and game with people that otherwise can't get it.
Look at that.
And that looks to me like that is going to do it. I'm gonna try that. Put a little bit more just so I know for sure it's getting done on the next round. Been doing this a while. Just putting the meat in the trays. Jeez, Pete. Is it really taking me 45 minutes just to fill these stupid trays up? My goodness. Some parts yes, some parts no, Paul. I'm capable of doing it all, but I don't do the hamburger part. Just send him your address and he'll ship you some. Well, I am sending Steve some. I can't get ridiculous about sending it. You know, me and Steve and even Bob down there, we talk to each other off the books even when we're not here. So we got to be pretty good chums over the years. I think I will stick all this in the fridge tonight when I get a chance. When I heard 10-pound bundles, well, it was 10 pounds of lean meat, and that'll make about 4 pounds of jerky. They say half, but I think it's more like 2/3, right? So it's either it's probably right around 4 pounds when it's dried. Which sounds like a lot, but it's not. And I've already spent far too much time on this crap. Yeah, that's true, Paul. I know. I know it. You know, the best thing to do is if you get like a buddy to help you out and maybe throw him a little deer meat for helping you process the deer. Makes it nice. Doing it by yourself kind of sucks. It's tedious and boring. That's why I bought the electric knives for fishing, because I got tired of taking so stinking long to do it. I just broke down and bought an electric knife. I ain't looked back on the fishing side.
In the chair. Ruby.
Oh, is that right?
Go on.
That sucks. I guess like with anything else. The bigger guys will always shut down the smaller guys unless the smaller guys are just doing phenomenally better. And even that's not the case. All right. So we're done with that part finally. Let me put something on top of the cooler so the pets don't get cute and eat my deer jerky.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's right. Too much.
My phone is.
All right, so here's the music.
Videos.
Here's the music I've been listening to. It's 10:30, so 11:30, 12:30. Let's see, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. 1:30 would be 4 hours from now. Oh, gotta plug it in, huh? There we go. We're rolling, shake and bake. I'll kind of flip the trays around a little bit. That will be that. Is it 2:30, 4 hours from now? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've been drinking Gandalf, so my math's horrible. I drive the Marine. Join the Marine. I didn't join the Marine Corps because I was smart. That's why I got you guys around. You guys do the thinking for me. Well, but it's time for another beer. My hands smell jerky. Smell like jerky. My house smells like jerky. I smell like jerky. Fogging up my windows. But it's all for a good cause. Yeah, I won't. I don't count on you, Andy, to take for me. Okay. What we got on the docket tonight? Some Liney Kugels. Let's see. What is this? Oktoberfest brand. The good stuff. I guess if you call it the good stuff. What is the good stuff? I don't even know. All right. Kind of get away from the dehydrator so I can hear myself think. All right. Finally, I can sit down. I've been standing this whole time. Finally, sit down. Actually, read the chat. What? What? I got 2 dogs that want my undivided attention now. The champagne of beers. Yeah. Champagne's a stretch, Paul. Oh, goodness. What are we at? 36 minutes. And I haven't even been paying attention. We've been on here 36 minutes. I don't think anybody's tried to come up either, have they? Has anybody tried to come up? I think the dogs like me whether I smell like jerky or not, Gandalf. I know, Paul. I'm just saying calling Miller Lite champagne is a stretch. No, the dogs like me anyway, Gandalf. Hey, Brutus, chill out, man. Chill out. You're fine. It's bedtime. Ugh. Don't ever buy a puppy. Well, I didn't buy it, but 14 years I haven't had a puppy. My dog's 14. Man, this thing has us on our toes. Someone was like, here's a dog. We were like, okay, we'll take it. Oh, that's how he got the name. Yeah, I kind of was wondering why he called himself Jello too. You can see how creative my name is. I put outdoors on the end of it. Wasn't really sure what to call a channel. Well, it kind of started out. I mean, mostly the people that watched it were just people I knew anyway. So I just stuck with it. And for the first couple years, I mean, it was just like friends of mine watching it, a couple family members. And I started hanging out with Josh Amherst and Steve from the Backwoods and Big Matt from Big Matt's channel. And they kind of showed me the ropes on this YouTube stuff a little bit. I'll go with whatever. I don't care what you call yourself. You can call yourself Shirley. I'll still watch your stuff. Yeah, I know he hasn't been on in a while. Been trying to catch up with him. Don't really have his number. So I kind of just catch him on the tube. And a lot of these guys I actually have, Coyote and Steve and Matt and a couple others. I actually have their numbers. I just call them. So 2:30. I gotta stay up till 2:30. I gotta about every 2 hours I'll flip the trays and stuff. I could go to sleep. But I do like to flip the trays around so everything's kind of getting evenly dehydrated. I don't even know if that matters. I just do it. I don't know if it matters, but I just do it. I'm kind of done with lives after this one, Gandalf. Thanks for the heads up. That's 7 people in here. More than I normally get. I guess I ain't dropped the link in a while, have I? See if I remember how to do it. Okay. There's the link. If anyone would like to come up, tell a story, shoot the breeze, whatever. Promote your channel to the other 5 people that are already here.
Uh-huh.
Gonna try to hit the power plant tomorrow. Okay. Catfishing, I assume.
No. Friends. No, Bruce.
Brutus. They're not running hot water, but I got reports they're catching good blues. Oh, okay. I don't really know how I would do winter catfishing. It's our own. It's my own life. Yeah. Steve went to bed. My own life.
You're having your own life?
Yeah. I figured I'd give people somewhere to go if they wanted to keep rolling. Yeah, I don't know too much about winter catfishing. I mean, I definitely catch them as bycatch when I'm fishing for crappies in the winter, just putting meat in the freezer. So I know it's definitely possible. I'll have to give it a whirl. I usually don't mess with catfish. I mess with catfish from about April through October. Oh, we had a good Christmas. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I know. We're not. It's nothing really crazy. Yeah, everything's. Yeah, we had a good Christmas. Michelle, hope you did too. Hope everyone here had a good Christmas. And good New Year's. What, that's Sunday night, right? Anybody got any New Year's plans?
Everybody just wants to hear about the puppy.
I guess I could show the puppy real quick.
Best puppy. Oh, you gotta
You get these boots
release
off.
the Kraken.
Release. Well, he's not going to come out of there. He's in
Yeah,
his.
he will.
He's in his den.
Roar.
He's in the den for the night.
He's in his den.
Some of the people have already seen Brutus.
Brutus is
Some people haven't.
2 weeks shy of.
We've only had him a couple of weeks, so
We've had Brutus about
I don't know.
2.5 weeks.
I don't know how well you could see him. I'll bring him out.
From an outside dog to
Come on out
fully
there,
potty
dummy.
trained. Yes, aren't you? He's fully
What do
potty
you got?
trained.
You got a bone?
I got his bone.
All right.
He's fully potty trained,
Yep.
aren't you? Yeah.
Probably already 40 or 50 pounds. With room.
Way
with-
more than 50 pounds.
With room to grow.
Yeah. He's the size of an adult dog.
And he's almost 7 months old now.
Almost 7.
Almost 7 months. And we only got him at 6 months.
Yep. We've had him about a month.
And he is a busybody, let me tell you.
The best dog is a tired dog.
Best dog's a tired dog.
So
So we walk the ever living crap out of him.
So he jogs out with Matt. He goes jogging,
Yeah. I take him for lots of walks.
and that makes him very, very good.
That's the
And
dog.
we can take him out for hikes when we have time to go hike.
Says get drunk and howl at the moon is my New Year's. I don't know if I'm going to howl at it.
No, you don't want to howl at that dog.
It's so much different, maybe a little slower, but all fish eat every day. Yeah, I don't doubt you can't go out there and bust some catfish about all year round but right now, like stuff like starting to freeze. So if I went catfishing, it would have to be like within the next few days, or the ice is going to close the lakes off. And the rivers are so low. I have a feeling the rivers are going to freeze this year too.
You know, it was pretty awesome when Matt was like taking a pause on Steve's. We had some neighbors over with their little toddlers, and our baby, Mr. Brew. How was he, Matt?
He's very well behaved.
He was great. He's not aggressive, not mean.
That's why we still have him. If we brought home a holy terror, he would have went right back to that farm. I could tell you right now.
He was so good. He's funny about people at our fence line. That much I'll say. Because he lunged, he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. The neighbor lady, because of her dog. But then the neighbor lady, same neighbor lady, comes to the house. And he's like, okay. No, I like you now.
Mhm.
That's all right.
Yeah, I seen that, Gandalf.
I can't believe you're doing your own live.
I can't believe I'm doing a live either.
Delete it though.
Let's see here.
My family watch nonsense.
Okay. And an invite as a guest on a channel I've never heard of. Can't remember the name. It's in my email.
Good luck. Oh, they send pictures. That one. It was good. Can't believe how good.
I think Steve gave him your email address. Jody was, yeah, I did see Jody was in here. I forgot to say hello to her. You get jerky and you get jerky and you get jerky. Everyone gets jerky. Yeah. Forgot to say hello to Jody. I think I was when I was distracted. I've always wanted to go live while I'm out, like actually doing something, but I know I couldn't pay attention in the chat, so I never do. Can't even pay attention in the chat when I'm making jerky. I think I dropped the link, didn't I? I'll drop it again. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. There it goes. Post, dang you. There it is. Okay. I don't know how to pin it, but I'll drop it every once in a while in case somebody wants to come up. Yeah, anybody's welcome to come up. I welcome all because at least somebody's up here to take the what's the word? Take it all off of me, at least. I'm up here just trying to entertain you, but by myself I can only do so much.
Bye. Nobody. 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 Nobody.
I don't think he's gonna bite you. What did I say? 11:30. I got to flip the trays. Hey, I'm trying to fall asleep and you're doing a great job. Hey, I do what I can, man. You want me to paint some happy little trees for you? Bob Ross style? That was the one thing when I was a kid I remember watching was I always watch The Price is Right with my grandpa, and I'd always watch Bob Ross paint. Oh, here we go. Icebox. Add to stage. Okay.
Hey, Matt, what you doing, bud?
Right.
Just got done loading up the trays, running another 4 hours, and then repeat the process again. Rinse
Yeah,
and repeat.
I've been up with you for 4 or 5 hours. I deserve some of that jerky.
Yeah, well, get in line, buddy. Didn't you say? Who'd you say you root for? Ohio State? Maybe I'd send you some, but
No,
you like the Tide.
yeah, you got too much of that gum sauce in your ears. You know I'm Alabama. Roll Tide, brother.
Well, I mean, I'm from Ohio. I've lived here my whole life, except for the 4 years I was in the Marine Corps. So I got to root for the home team. I mean,
No doubt, no doubt. I don't say nothing about that. Just but you got to pick every now and then just to make it fun and interesting.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't never take personal offense to it. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind, can I talk to Michelle just for a minute? Because I'm fixing to have to leave here in just a little bit. I've been busy, but I've been in here checking with you.
Go for
see
it.
what you do. Hey, Michelle, listen, sweetheart. Steve gave me your email to see if you wanted to talk about, and I'm just gonna have to say it. I'm doing a Bigfoot show here in about 3 weeks, maybe, or something like that. And Steve said to get in touch with you and see if you might want to talk about it. So anyway, that's what that email is about, honey. If you're not interested, you don't have to answer it. But if you are, just answer the email and I'll get back with you on that kind of stuff. And anyway, I just want to give her a personal invitation about what we're doing so she wouldn't think it was some kind of nut trying to email her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
She may look at me on here and go, hell no, I ain't getting on there with him. Oh Lordy. But I do have to go. Matt, I appreciate you coming. Man, you're funny as hell, dude. I love watching you. And by the way, you did get a new sub tonight, and that one would be me, okay?
All right. I'll have to return the favor to you. Now, is your channel called Icebox, or does it have a name?
Well, I've got two of them, man. I got one that's Bam Down Sports, and it's a bunch of guys get on there, and we kind of do it of Alabama football, and it's more of a show oriented type deal. And I do another channel, which is Icebox, which is me, and I do whatever I want to, and we're both one and the same, if you want to call it that. But Icebox is where I go off what I call the deep end and do whatever I want to. But the other one, we do sports, Alabama sports. So you know how it goes. Mm-hmm. But they're good guys, and I just get on there and do like you guys do. Just get on here and bullshit and have a little bit of fun for a little while. And mostly it's about Alabama football on both channels. And sir?
No, go ahead.
I said, but
wife's just playing with the dog off camera.
Okay. No, but once the football season's over with, I'll still want to do some other stuff. So I come up with joking around, I said, man, I'm gonna have to do me a Bigfoot show is what I'm gonna have to do. And ever since I said that, it's took off and people want me to do it. I'll be honest with you, I've got some real good stuff. If you're into this kind of stuff, I got some good stuff coming up, believe it or not. Mr. Coyote is going to come on and talk about some things. And I've got a few locals down here that's going to do some things. I'm hoping I can hear stories from other people on different channels. I'm not going to say you did or did not. We're just going to talk and have some fun with it and see what we can figure out. And I've got a researcher that's going to come on, and he's pretty legit. I'm going to do him. And I've got a guy that's nationally known in the Bigfoot world. He's going to come on probably one of the last of the shows. I'm trying to save him for last. But it's just going to be some fun stuff. Just some fun stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check you out. I'll check your channel out.
Yeah. Yeah. But it might not be your cup of tea. It might not, but it's okay, guys. Y'all come see us and say, what the hell them crazy ass folks talking about now?
Okay, we got some more people in here showing up. We got Squirrel in here. Hi, Squirrel. Bushcraft, again, thanks for helping my wife's channel out tonight. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you, Matt. I'll catch you next time when you. I know you're gonna be on Steve, so I'll catch you over there too. Okay, bud.
We'll see you on the next one, bud.
Okay, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Gandalf, I have to make you a mod when I'm not up here. So I can't do it while I'm here, unfortunately. But I can just drop the link every once in a while. No disrespect. I gladly make most, if not all of you mods. I know all of you. Let's see here. There's the link again. I can actually pay attention now. I mean, I'm just reading the chat now, so I'll drop that every so often. Well, Bushcraft, we appreciate it. Just saying. She appreciates it. She's wrestling the dog right now. She appreciates you giving her subs.
I love it. Thank you.
It's Bushcraft.
Thank you.
That guy that got you over 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in here.
The best thing ever. Thank you so much. You know, I've worked and worked and worked. And I
Yeah.
lose subs, gain subs, lose subs.
That's everybody, though.
The only thing that actually made me gain subs, my dog.
I've told people, you know, posting shorts is really the best way to
People
go.
like our dog, but
Well,
you know what?
people like shorts, and they definitely like animals. So
You know what though? It's not like a one-time thing playing with the dog. I actually have to play with this freaking
hey,
dog.
control your dogs, Linda.
I know. Ah.
He's getting a little bit of puppy in him right now.
Little bit.
A lot
Little
of
bit
a lot of it.
puppy.
It might be time to put him back in.
Yeah, he is about to go to bed.
Yeah, it might be time for him to go back in his box for the night.
Yep.
So we sure don't trust his butt to walk around yet. You think I'm gonna let that dog walk my house at night? You got another thing coming. Not till he's trained.
There is no way. I don't know when this dog.
Well, Gandalf, we appreciate all the old people as well as the new ones. It's more of like a, what's the word? It's already known with you. Yep.
It was very sweet.
You know, it gives someone something to shoot for. It makes them
What, 100?
yeah. It's a good
Yeah,
it's a good the first 100 is the hardest to get by far. The first 100 is the hardest to get.
Huge.
And
That's why that
if you can get to 100, they tend to come in quicker after that. And you got to put in the time. You got some more than others. Some people blow up
I
fast.
put in a lot of time.
Some
What bothers me is I put a lot of videos and people are just like, nothing. Then I do like 45 seconds of my dog chasing his dog bowl.
that's because YouTube
And
is
people are like, oh, I really love
YouTube
that
is pushing the
dog."
shorts. They're not so much pushing the big videos. They're pushing the shorts.
Yeah, like,
However you can get them, Gandalf. I mean, but yeah, I found that shorts are kind of the better way to get people to watch your stuff.
man, this jerky smells like heaven.
I think so. I got to flip the trays here in about 20 minutes. I mean, I'll go as long as there's people wanting to hang around. I don't mind. Got a few beers to drink, and I got to stay up and flip some trays around anyway. They absolutely do, Squirrel. They push the shorts harder than anything. That's what I would tell anyone that's trying to start a YouTube channel right now. Go on lives and make whatever videos you want, but make sure you throw some shorts in there every once in a while, because that does help if you're trying to build a channel. And I mean, some of you guys got more than one channel. I'm lucky just to run this one. Jess is trying to run her own, and the at the end of the day, the greatest thing about this is just meeting new people. You meet people you never thought you wouldn't have otherwise met, right? And you learn new things. You meet new people. And getting to interact with actual people as opposed to, just leaving a comment on a video is two different things. I like interacting with you guys. I think it's fun. Yep. They do. I've seen people, they just post videos of their cats. That's all they do. My channel would be way more successful if all I did was post videos of my dogs and cats running around in my house, I'm sure. Brutus, chill out, man. You go to bed. Bedtime for puppies. Bedtime for puppies. Yep. Take a long video. What Squirrel's saying is take a long video and then take what you think or what you may think is the best part of that video and remix it and put it back out there. Say you put out a video, you worked really hard, you spent hours filming it, you spent hours editing it, and you get like 5 views on it, and you're like, what the hell? Well, you can remix it, put it in a short, and people will actually watch it. Because people have the attention span of a damn gnat. Just some tips. As far as fishing and hunting videos go, it's not usually hours it takes to film a fishing or hunting video. It's days. If you want to make fishing content, you're not always going to get, unless you live somewhere that's just phenomenal for fishing and hunting, it's probably going to take you a couple days to build a video. These videos you see me make, the last one in particular, guys, that's like 6 or 7 days of fishing and hunting to make that video. No, Michelle, you come up. You come up, talk about whatever you want. That's what this is all about tonight anyway. So if you want to come up, come up. There's the link, so you have no excuse. I'll have to plug in my phone again. I'm doing this on my phone. Yeah, you could talk to Jess. She's around. She'll talk to you about gardening. I know enough to get by. I mean, I do help till it, plant it every year, so burn it when it dries up. And she does all the canning. She does most of the work with the garden. I mean, that's all her thing. I more or less just get it ready for her. Oh, there you go. All right. And you're here. Add to stage. Okay.
Okay, you got me.
You're here.
I'm here.
Start talking.
I am talking. No, everybody keeps saying, go up, go up, go up.
Go up.
Okay,
Go
I'm
up.
up.
Go up. You're here. You made it.
Yeah, I took the long way around. No, I've been real busy. I hadn't been online. I've been out in the garden, built a greenhouse, putting in the patio.
Must be nice to
Building
still have
rig.
gardening weather.
Well, I did up until about 5 days ago, and then it stayed in the 30s. Now it's raining.
Our peppers made it till November and then, dropped below 30 degrees for a week or two, and that was that.
You couldn't cold frame them?
No, we don't care that much. I mean, she got so many dang peppers and stuff out of the garden in the canning process. If the year's cut short, we're good. You know what I mean? She makes hay while the sun's shining, I guess is what I'm saying.
I dehydrate all of my extra stuff.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
good for
some of
throwing
it,
in soups and stir fries, and
some of it ends up on the ground, and it is what it is. But we try not to let a lot of it go to the ground.
I make freezer meals too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way to use it up. Look
yeah,
at what you
sounds
got,
like it.
plan it out, and fill your freezer up with already made meals.
I don't know if we even have a whole lot. I mean, at one point the shelves were so full there was nowhere else to go with it, was there?
Well, I've got 4 freezers. I've always got room.
Let's show more.
I gotta make room for fish and deer, and she's got berries that she turns into jam, and then all the stuff from the garden. Gotta play Jenga at the freezers. Probably just need to get another one if we had a place to put it. Now we don't have a big enough house to store all the shit.
I actually have one of my refrigerators outside because I don't have any room in here. I've got
No, I don't live in Ohio.
2
I know.
side by sides and 3 refrigerators.
Yeah, you live in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas.
Way out in the boonies.
Yeah.
Tejas.
Outside in Ohio.
Yep. Tejas.
Yeah,
Friendly.
we can't run a refrigerator outside, can we? Well, I mean, technically, if the winter would actually be winter, you could technically throw the shit in the cooler out in the back porch right now if it stayed below 32 over here all winter.
Yeah, I've got my refrigerator under the carport.
Yeah, we could.
No.
Oh
That's what I usually keep my beer and water and stuff in, or a watermelon. That's what I use it for.
It's smooth. So we're
She wants to talk gardening with you.
Oh, Jess does?
No. Tonight, I'm worried about puppies and canning jam.
Canning jam is your next objective.
Yep.
She's gonna start making jam.
I'm raising a purple puppy.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a possibility that I do something.
He's a butt face.
Sucking life.
Yeah.
I think the last jam I made was, I believe it was apple pear. It's the one I made. And then I made one that was apple plum pear that was really good. I mixed the fruit.
Okay, we're ready. Hey, Phil.
Some of it I put ginger in,
I mean, I know we want to get up on the mesa.
which was really good.
We're getting late in the day.
Oh, yeah?
And I want to make sure we utilize all the time we have.
Yeah, but I got a whole mess of grapefruit jelly in there too. I made. Never made it before. Boy, it's tart. Phew.
I bet.
That makes sense. Mistaken. Now that the tag drainage system's been recharged, Jim's going through GPR scans also too. That's where a lot of very weird phenomena have been
Get over to
reported.
the chat.
And while we're doing that, the rest of the guys are going to run.
Still trying to figure out my cell phone here.
Eric loves this thing.
Oh, you're fine.
Once I get to the top.
Oh, I don't even want to get started on Bigfoot right now.
Due south toward that dead tree.
Still back there busting up trees. I'm reading the chat.
Oh, you're fine.
We're using we started pushing it through the woods and around the homestead.
And he knocked our barbed wire fence down. So we had to put up a whole line of barbed wire. Whole fence row of it. Meant the poles and everything, just right over. We didn't even have cattle back there.
This is big.
Bob
And it would
says
take
ask
something.
you. Bob says ask you about Stinky.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Sometimes
We got a stinky one and we got the other ones that just like to throw stuff at me. Oh.
It's like you're going in circles.
I've been hit several times with rock from them.
Is that right?
Absolutely right. I got a corral right behind my house, and I had a bale of hay, you know, the round roll. I was out
Yeah.
there peeling it off, take it out to the cattle, and I was getting hit with rocks left and right. They were over the tree line pelting me with rocks.
Wow.
Done it more than once. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff. Taken my lawn furniture and drug it out in the field. Pulled it right off my patio. I got up in the morning. I was like, "Where the hell's my table and chairs?" Yep, sitting out in the field. They drug them out in the field. They do stupid stuff all the time.
I've never really encountered anything in the woods like that. I've been out in the woods a lot, just never had anything happen to me, I guess.
Wait until a full moon.
Ask your doctor about Spravato.
I imagine if I lived down south, in the southern part of the state, maybe more stuff would happen. But
Yeah, I'm real close to the Red River. There's a lot of activity around here. They get calls all the time on it.
I'm like, I like the idea of one, and I know there was such a thing, and I'm kind of like one of those people like where I hope it's real, but I don't know.
This is big anomaly.
Well, we've seen them look through our bedroom window.
So this is the structure of, look there, It's
That scared the hell out of Spencer.
It's on the same one.
He heard something tapping on the window. Our house sits up off the ground. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, he pulled that curtain back and was eye to eye to it, and it freaked him out.
Why not? Because the incident that happened with Brandon.
I don't mess with him. I give him his space, he gives me mine.
Came in with him. He lifted this up.
All right.
It gets active about every 2 weeks. That's about when they come back through here. It's a family of them that come through here because we found the footprints back around our pond. It's 2 years ago. It snowed real bad here, and it had footprints that came from the back acreage. They opened up my cattle gates and came in, and it stopped. They came as far as my trailer, messed around there, and they turned around and left.
Yeah. Have you thought about putting up game cameras?
We do have cameras. My hunter, he keeps cameras out 12 months a year. I've got security, closed circuit cameras. I think they see in infrared
He was shocked.
because we can't seem to catch them. Now, maybe I'll go back there on the deer blind. I've got a real tall deer blind back there. It's like 20 feet off the ground or so. I may put one up there,
Before you open that up or do anything like that, I would
kind of angle it out. That's the only place I really haven't had a camera. It's there.
You know, I've heard people say this about it. It's like,
It's just filled with
I don't, like, I believe your story. I don't know why you would lie to me for no reason. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've seen them.
No,
I'm not
I mean,
lying. I've been chased by one.
that's why I'm saying you have no reason to lie to me because I don't care either way. So
I know.
I believe you're seeing something.
Whatever it is, it's humongous and hairy.
You know,
It's got 5 toes. I can tell you that much.
I feel like
And a monster foot. Because Spencer wears a size 13, and this footprint is bigger than a size 13. Because he can go out and step in it, and it's bigger than his foot.
Okay.
But there's a lot of strange things that go on around here that you'd almost have to be a person or... Hi, Big Matt.
Speaking of strange things.
Yep, there's Bigfoot.
mine's beeping. That's supposed to be 120. It's 120 something. That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
I think so too, Gandalf.
This is really scary.
I think they can see better at night than I can.
It's showing that I just got hit with 120.
I've gone down to my big pond and had some nasty growls come from the tree line of something I ain't never heard before.
So I just accumulated a semi-dangerous. So we're reading the exact same amount of rate.
All these broken trees. There's nothing out here that'll break the top of a healthy mesquite off or a red cedar tree off for no reason. But we find them all the time.
I'm sorry, I tripped.
Yeah, whatever, Matt.
I think what you have, Michelle, is I know you guys both live in Texas, so maybe Matt's just creeping around your backyard, causing you
Oh,
problems.
is that what it is?
And I mean, he's kind of
That
big.
explains where he is for those unexplained 8 hours. He's on a drive up here hanging out with my trees.
What's your shoe size again, Matt?
About an 18.
Okay, well,
Dang.
Holy smoke.
it's starting to come together, ain't it, Michelle?
Matt, stay the heck out of my trees. You're killing them.
Hey, Michelle, I just caught the tail end of your story.
Oh, there's all kinds of stories. I got uprooted freaking trees out here that are healthy. The mesquites are pulled right out of the ground.
Yeah.
Still green. Just laying there.
And say they tried to get in your backyard.
Oh, they come all through my yard all the time.
It's just noisy.
You
They
ain't
look
got
through my windows.
Window at night.
They threw a rock at me when I was under the carport one day and shattered the glass on my glass top patio table.
Oh, that's a
I
lawsuit
know,
right there itself.
I was aiming for the other.
We have a rock climber and it's still got the windshield in it. It just doesn't have the glass and it's all open. It's got roll bars and everything in it. The old man went down to the wash because we threw vegetables and stuff out for the deer, and because that's what we do. We constantly throwing stuff out. And a tree trunk comes out of nowhere and hits the front end of that Jeep and pins him to the floorboard because it collapsed that windshield on top of him. So he's trying to drive the Jeep with his head in the passenger floorboard, and he's using his left arm and his right foot trying to maneuver out of there to get away from it. I had to help him when he got up here, get out from underneath that tree was still on him.
I was trying to hit Matthew with it.
Nah, you were
At least
aiming.
do the
You were aiming for
poor woman a
Spencer.
favor and stop peeking in her window.
No.
Mm.
I scare her dogs and the cats, and it makes them go crazy all night, and it keeps her awake.
Oh, is that what the dogs were barking at a little while ago?
Yep.
Get out of my yard, Matt.
Hey, and you can thank Bob. He comes and picks me up every day in his plane and flies me over there.
Or a sauce.
So you're outdoors with Big Matt, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've seen you in here a couple times, of course. So hey,
Yeah, I
Michelle,
was in your live the other night.
was you in my live the other night? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, you got to look over me because I'm still kind of new around here. And so I'm slowly getting to know a little bit about everybody else, which you know how it is. It takes time to get to know people, But I appreciate you being there. I'll tell you that. If you like Alabama football during the season, we enjoy doing it,
Hold the fort down for me for a minute, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's got to go turn his meat.
You got to. I know. I've been setting up, listening to him and Steve.
Yes, I have to play with my meat.
Yeah, for like 4 or 5 hours here lately, and I'm like, when is that meat ever going to get done?
I tell you what, Matthew Jess is an awesome guy. He is a character, though.
Oh, he is. He is, but you gotta love him. I do. I think he's great. Michelle, would you mind coming on a show and talking about all this stuff?
Oh, I've got about 11 years worth of stuff that's constant out here.
Well, I tell you what. If you're interested, I'll do a show with just you.
What's up,
So
Jello?
that way you can have plenty of time to talk about it.
I always get painted the guy that's the anti.
Bob, don't start. Bob, listen, Bob. I heard about and I seen something earlier. I pick and clown about college football, but I'm sorry to hear what I heard earlier, and I wouldn't pick on a man on a day like today. So I'm gonna leave it alone. You go, brother.
We have.
Yeah, I love picking with other college football fans, but
Michigan sucks.
well, Bob is at a I would say a bad day, so I'm not gonna mess with him. Bless his heart.
Post radiation.
Well,
Big
me
Matt, you're
being a
16.
Texas boy, I'm a Texas A&M fan.
I'm extremely
Hey,
sensitive.
that's okay. You'll get over it one of these days.
What happened to you?
Look at that look.
I'll get over it. Don't worry. I'm gonna grab a hold of you and pitch you over there to Bob's backyard.
Throw me and Michelle, that way I'll have another story.
I can't throw you in Michelle's. Bigfoot might catch you.
Oh Lord. Hey,
Yeah, I
would
can't give
love.
away all Big Matt secrets.
I
Like
can't
why
believe
in the
Matt.
heck he decided to carry off 100 watermelon. That's
Hey, I'll tell
another
you,
one.
Hey, my son
We put
loves
100
watermelon. I
watermelon.
got perfect reason for that.
they took off with 100 watermelons.
100 watermelon. We got a pickup bed full of watermelon. And we took
Yeah.
them out. We put them in the field. We broke some of them open so the deer and the critters could have it. The next morning, all of the watermelons that were not broken were gone.
Really?
Yes.
That all this stuff has started happening.
Yeah, we scratched our head a few times on that one. Now here's one that here's a good one. I have this little min pin, and she went into the pond, and the water moccasins got her.
2 feet of testing.
And
That is the case.
so I buried her on the back side of the berm, and I covered her grave with rocks.
Brandon looks at the data and says, "Okay, I will."
A couple days later, I'm going behind the berm,
But I'm just trying to get a read for where you
and
are.
something had laid
Are you comfortable with
tree trunks down like a path
Yeah.
that ended at her grave, but there is an arch,
You guys have their points.
limbs that had been stacked together to make an arch. You had to go under to get to the dog's grave. It was the darndest thing I ever saw.
These are fantastic hitters.
Yeah. See, I will say this, but for some reason, this is not my first ball game with this kind of stuff. I've read, I've done this, and I've done that. That's why I say this. Just out of a joke, we decided to do this kind of stuff, and it's turned into something bigger than I thought it would be. And I have, like I said, I've talked to different people, and I've had an interest in it ever since I was a kid. And of course, I'm 60-something years old now. And it seems to me back in the old days that graveyards has something to do with them. I don't know if it's a reverence or if it's an attraction. I don't know what it is with them about that, but it's like you talk to somebody, and back in my days when you talk to them, pretty much like we're doing, I always ask, okay, where's the graveyard at? Because it seems like they're always either around that or around water.
Oh, they're always around water, and there's a lot of water around me. I mean, I've got 2 big ponds. I've got a massive lake beside, just probably about 10 miles from me. And then, of course, I've got the Red River 4 miles from me. And all of my neighbors and all their ranches out here, they all have multiple ponds, big stock tanks.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well call me a Sasquatch because I live on the water and I love throwing shit.
Hey, I call you something, but it ain't Sasquatch, Matt.
So you're the one that threw something and hit my house.
Probably. I don't know if I can throw it that far.
Hey, Michelle.
It was probably a fishing lure.
I'm gonna guarantee you, your property, if it's not on the edge, it's right there, right in woods, isn't it?
I'd say about 2/3 of my property is covered in mesquite trees.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And they probably connect up the whole mass of woods. I guarantee you, there's a line of trees that connect up to bigger woods and possibly the river you're talking about.
Oh yeah, all my neighbors, especially the one next door to me. His whole property is nothing but trees.
Yeah.
And I got trees in front of my house, and the neighbors in front of me, they have a plethora of trees. Yeah, lots of trees.
Bill, you say that Bigfoot must bury their dead. I don't know. I would have to do. Like I said, I've talked to people, but nobody really wants to talk about why they can't find the bodies. And that's even like Jeff Meldrum said, you can't even hardly go out in the woods and find a bear carcass, So what happened to it?
Or at least a mound.
Yeah. I mean, are you burying them in caves? Are you, oh, geez. I don't think they're eating them. I wouldn't think they would do that, And if they do have such a reference for the graves, I mean, is this something that has not? Where did Matt go? Dadgummit.
I'm still here.
No, Big
the
Matt.
other Matt.
Yeah, he must need to go out in the woods and howl.
Oh, I gotta drop the link for him again.
Tell me about the history of the town that used to be there.
I'm curious as anybody.
Would you like to do so, Michelle?
It's just a real strange history where I'm at. There used to be a town here back in the early 1900s, and it was called Belcherville. And it was an up-and-coming little town until one night, one side of because there was train tracks that ran through the town, one side of the town got mad at the other side of the town and they burned them out. Killed almost everybody. So the next night, what few survivors was in the first burning came in and burned out the other side.
Hey guys,
Yeah, Matthew.
keep the channel going. I need a couple of minutes and I'll be back.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I can sit here and talk to Michelle all night long.
Keep the channel running for me. I'm depending on you guys.
All right, Matt.
Okay. But they call it the town that committed suicide. which is not a good word to say, but they have no other word for it. All the history that went with that town, they have very little left because there was a little over 2,000 people in the town at that time. And then they only had 14 survivors after
Ooh,
2 nights.
that town was
So
full of
most of the
hatred.
history is lost, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on out here. And they basically went in and they cleared off all the land and turned it into ranch land.
Yeah.
And where my ranch sits is where the one side, this side of the railroad tracks, my side, was all the housing. So where I am sitting, the houses got burnt to the ground and people died in it.
Ooh, get an
Yeah,
answer
so
question.
I got about 100 acres right here that sits right on that.
You know, such a tragedy. And I don't mean to veer off the subject any, but do you think, or have you had any experiences with, and I'm gonna put it like this, any paranormal
Yeah, I'm a
activity?
sensitive. Yes, absolutely.
Because you know how they say, people that die such horrible
Tragic
deaths.
deaths, yes.
Yeah, and that's kind
I'm
of
a
makes me
sensitive.
curious. You're what?
I'm a sensitive.
What does that mean?
I know when they're here. I can
Mhm,
hear them. I can see them.
mhm.
I've had transference many a time. They transferred. Lack of better words, they made me feel like I was on fire.
Really?
And oh yeah, yeah, blisters started appearing on my body and everything.
Oh,
My old man had to pick me up and put me into a cold shower because he said I was scalding hot to the touch. I was blood red. Blisters were appearing. They've done that 3 times to me.
really? So
Yeah.
they're attracted to you.
Oh yeah, like a light in the dark.
Shoot, that must be horrible, to be honest with you.
I've
Do
lived
they
with it my entire life.
do they mess with you when you're sleeping?
Sometimes,
Sometimes?
mainly where I was living. I lived in Wichita Falls,
Okay.
and there, yeah, they would pick the clothes hangers up out of the closet and drop them on the floor. They would mess with my feet. They'd shake the bed, but they were children. They
Really?
were spirit children. Yeah,
Mhm.
they were playing.
Hmm. Did you ever
Here they
doc?
made stuff. They turn on flashlights here. They've turned on one of the spare bedroom lights. Yeah, we played musical chairs with that light one night. They'd flip it on. We'd go back outside, look, the light was back on, come back in. Did it about 5 or 6 times. Finally, my old man took the light bulb out of the light fixture.
Yeah.
Went outside, and lo and behold, the light flipped on again. He came in. There's no light. There's no light. He's got the light bulb in his hand. But that's kind of crap that they do out here.
Well, what else? Hey, Matt. Here's the thing. After I do these Bigfoot series, it's going to be about 4 or 5 in a row, hopefully on the weekends. But I'm gonna do one a week, and after that, I call my show right now "Late Night Bullshit with Icebox," of course. Yeah, why not? Because that's what we're doing.
Catchy.
So after that, I figured I would try to do ghost stories. Now I'm not well versed in ghost stories per se, but even as a kid, everybody has heard stories here and there. And so I figured that would be my next subject after I'd done the Bigfoot shows.
Oh, paranormal?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, you can go a lot of ways with ghost stories, but
Well,
people like to be.
paranormal is a very wide range.
Yeah,
Bigfoot falls under paranormal. UFOs fall under paranormal. Spirits fall under paranormal. There are a lot of things that fall under paranormal.
mhm. Well, let's put it this way. I've talked to people back when AOL first started out, and they would have chat rooms and stuff like that, and they would talk about some Bigfoot stuff, and then they would have guys come on, and they would tell me stuff like, hey, I had my opinion, I had my opinion, and I voiced it, and then they would have a guy come on there and say, hey, what are Bigfoot? And the guy would just put it out there. They're basically workers for the aliens. And I'm like, okay, because I try to keep what I call level headed, you know what I'm saying? But there's enough out there that I don't know everything. I'm flat out. I don't know everything. But ghost stories, I kind of separate those subjects. Bigfoot is Bigfoot. Aliens are aliens. Ghost stories are ghost stories. That kind of stuff. I try to keep them separate. Even if they are connected, you know what I'm saying? They're different subjects to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to do with this show. I'm going to do Bigfoot. I'm going to do ghost stories. I'm going to do whatever other interest people will have during the summer, pretty much, just to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? And let people, if they won't tell their stories, let's hear them. And I have an interactive chat room, just like what's going on over here. If people want to ask questions, okay. Anybody acts a fool, I kick them out. You know what I mean? Because all we're doing is just on here listening to stories and being entertained.
You're trained in understanding the effects of this stuff.
Well, you do know that 9 times out of 10, you will see an orb before you see Bigfoot.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, the more you talk about that, that's what I'm interested in, because I'm not fully versed in that. That is a new subject to me, coming from the old school Bigfoot stories that I've heard. And that's kind of got me interested. Now, do I know or anything about it? No, I don't. But I would have to listen to other people and give them what I call I'm sorry, I got distracted there. I would have to give people their time to. I'm not looking for proof. I'm looking for theories, entertainment, other people's views that's different than mine. And of course, I don't mind giving my opinions on it. But
I do,
what
Bob.
do I know? What do I know? I'm no expert. Like I said, I'm just somebody that's curious, have fun, and when football season is over with, this is my interest. So yeah, I would like to have somebody like you
Hey, Myron.
come on the show, and let's have some fun with it.
Cheryl, I can't post his link while I'm up here, unfortunately. I would.
Yeah, and I don't know how to do
So
it.
somebody down there will have to post Icebox's link if you guys want his link.
Cheryl M. Let me ask you a question. What's the next letter after M? Is what I want to know. And the reason why, I have a sister named Cheryl. So I'm kind of figuring out, see who, if it's a different letter, then I know you're not my sister.
At this point in time,
Is what I'm getting at.
At this point in time, it's all.
But yeah, are you interested in doing something like that, Michelle?
We go in there and he's
Ah.
He's a friend of mine, Bob. He's just messing around.
I'll have to see. We stay pretty busy around here.
I got you. I
I
don't.
got a ranch to run, and I don't get online very often. You can
I try
ask
to do my
anybody here
stuff.
now. I've been MIA for over 3 months.
I was kind of surprised that I caught you myself. Okay, you're not who I think you are, Cheryl. Appreciate that. I do my shows on Saturday nights, and especially when I get into ghost stories. I'll do Saturday nights on those because I want to see people get freaked out over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I've
Like I
ever
said,
been
it's for fun.
freaked out.
It's for fun.
Myron.
If you can't have fun with it, why do it? And I'm not
I
talking
saw
about
my
picking.
first full body apparition when I was 4 years old.
No, there'll be gunfire going off at my house.
That's my bad, Cheryl. I don't go live enough to have you all mods and stuff, so that's my bad. Good night, Jess.
Mods can post. Okay. Well, anyway, think about it, Michelle. And if you really want to do it, hey, I'll be
Well,
glad
I've
to
got
have
your
you on.
email.
Yeah. Yep.
I've still got your email.
Well, I was going to try to get another guy that does the same stuff that you're talking about, but I just don't really feel comfortable with him. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give people that have the views that you have an opportunity to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? And that you voice your opinions.
My opinion, they're real. 100% real.
Yeah.
Too much stuff has happened for it not to be real.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're saying. No, there's no doubt. I don't believe in them, or I say I don't believe in them. I believe in them. But the more stories you hear, you take I talked to Coyote. You take their stories, and people will scoff at them, or they don't pay them that much attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that way. I like to hear them. Do I have proof of them? No, I don't have proof of them. But that's why it makes it fun for me to listen to other stories.
Well, I bought a camcorder and it's got infrared on it. But I don't have a computer yet that I can hook the camcorder into to take the stuff off of to post. Because that's what I wanted to do with it too. I wanted to kind of have a look around at night, especially when there's tree knocks and the howling going on back here.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Like I said, I know I'm familiar with everything you're saying. What do you think the tree knocks are for? What do they mean? What are they used for?
I usually hear them knock, and then off in the distance on another ranch, you can hear a call come back and more tree knocks. I think it's just another form of communication with them, because that's the way it always happens. Just like when the coyotes show up, the coyotes will come through, and they only come through when Bigfoot's here. And you can tell when they're around because you can hear them yipping as they're coming across the fields, and then they get deathly quiet. And then you'll hear a Bigfoot call, and then you can hear all the dogs get real excited. And the coyotes, I don't know what it is with them and the coyotes, but pretty much wherever the coyotes are, that's where they're going to be.
Okay,
Because that's where all the noises come from.
Do you think there's a connection in? But see, this is the kind of stuff I would be doing on the show with you. I really, but I mean, if you want to talk about it now, we will. I mean, if that's okay with Matt. Do you think there is some kind of connection with the coyotes and Bigfoot? What do you think their connection might would be? What do you think it would be?
I would think that it's companionship, like a dog, like humans have pet dogs. I think they like the coyotes. They don't seem to bother them. Now the pigs, on the other hand, we found them with broken legs. We found them with broken backs. Yeah, they don't like the pigs. I think they like to eat the pigs. But we found some that's had their back legs broke, and we found some that's had their spines broke, like they were slammed up against a tree or something on those.
You don't think they're necessarily eating them?
Oh, we found some that have been eaten because fur has been completely pulled off of it, and a coyote's going to eat fur and all.
Yeah.
But when you find them and there's no hide on the pig at all, But the meat, there's no meat on the bones? Well, that's more than just a coyote.
Okay, now this might be a stupid question, but do they eat the entrails and the livers and whatever? I think if I remember right, I've heard that there is a particular organ that they do like.
It's probably going to be the heart.
The heart?
I would think it would be the heart. I've never seen the entrails, but if the coyote's around, they're probably eating those up. You know, dogs are nasty,
Yeah.
especially wild dogs.
Yeah, all right. See, like we got the comment of Miss Cheryl M says cougars are a cat. Would they not also eat fur too?
Well, yeah.
See, that's what a lot of people
See,
are.
we've got bobcat out here,
Sure.
but a bobcat is not going to break their legs. A bobcat's
true.
not going to break their spine.
Yeah.
And I've seen what the coyotes do out here, and no, even coyotes will leave stuff on the carcass.
How you doing tonight, Myron?
I was fixing to say, Myron was just sitting there being quiet.
He's just being polite.
How you doing, Myron? Speaking to the microphone, babe. Must be a silent movie at Myron's house.
I said hi to you, but the dog picked somebody here.
What's that?
Can't hardly hear myself.
Said hi to you, so the dog thinks somebody is here.
Oh, okay. Said somebody's at his door.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm serious, Michelle. I could talk to you all night long about this kind of stuff. I hope you consider it. Let's put it that way. I would love to do a show with you because I guarantee you we've already sat here and talked. I don't know how long I've been on here, Matt. Just about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're basically just getting started, talking about some of the stuff.
Yeah, save something for your show, man.
That's what I'm getting at. Michelle, if you would like to, I hope you really think about it and be able to do it because we could have some fun and we could listen to you. And it will be me asking the question. We will have comments and we'll see what they say matches up.
Bob. Sorry, I had to scold Bob.
Oh.
Is Bob being bad?
Hey, Miss Cheryl, there might be some people, and I don't know about the state of Washington.
He's being Bob. He promised me a full body massage if I would go on his channel.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, yeah, I'm like Matt. I don't want to ruin the show. I like spontaneous questions. Miss Michelle, I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm not much of an interviewer. I don't claim to be, but I try to ask fair questions. I have interviewed authors from California, doing some stuff, but it's not. I'm no professional at all, and that's why I'm decided to do this is to have some fun with it. Like I said, I really hope you decide to take my invitation to do a show. We could have fun. Yep, Coyotes in Washington. That's what I was trying to get at, Bill. She was asking about Washington State. Coyotes wanting to do a little go out there and see what he can find.
We'll listen with reverence. Sure.
He may bite off more than he can chew.
I'm sorry?
If he's going after Bigfoot, he might bite off more than he can chew.
Oh, I know. That's why when he said that, I'm like, ugh. Hearing stories and talking about it's one thing, but you get out there in them woods, it's a different ball game.
I don't go back there at night, not unless I absolutely have to, and I'm armed to the hilt.
I want lights. I want helicopters. You know what I mean? No. I've got curiosity. I like a challenge, but I ain't stupid.
We appreciate you.
Well, I will tell you that ours here, they like Skittles, gummy bears, and chocolate chip Rice Krispies squares. Yep.
What about chocolate bars?
Oh, I'm sure if they like, well, I've heard other people say that they do like a Hershey bar.
That's the reason I asked. I've heard that, that they do like chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You say you go give her a massage, she goes on the show. I'd love it. So they like Skittles and what else?
Gummy bears.
Yep.
They don't like the Bigfoot candy and they don't like Swedish fish.
Let me ask you this. Do they like apples? And I'm talking
Yes,
about
they do. Yes, they do.
orchard type apples or hedge apples or both. I've heard they
Just
like hedge
apples.
apples, which is mayapple.
Yeah, they like. We had a crate of delicious reds. I don't think they were the Gallos. I think they were delicious red. We had under the carport. They took the whole freaking crate.
Oh my God! I tell you what, you put out some Rice Krispie treats, I'll be in your damn woods.
I was putting them out I was buying the case box, and I started unwrapping them, and I said, "To hell with it!" And I just started throwing them out with the wrapper on it. I came back the next day. Every one of those wrappers had been open, and they had a rock sitting on top of them, but there was no Rice Krispies back there. They opened the packages, ate it out, and then put the wrappers under a rock.
Michelle, let me ask you a question. You said you were sensitive, okay? And I think I know where you're going with that. Do you think that might have any kind of attraction to why Bigfoot likes to mess with you so much?
No, because my old man is not a sensitive, and he sees him and interacts with him too.
Okay, your old man? Yeah, I'll take that as your husband.
That thing ain't my husband.
No.
He's just a pain in my butt.
You sure?
I ain't married to him. He's just a troll that lives in my room.
Well, I'm just curious, if there might be a connection there, is what I'm asking.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Okay, so this is basically they're operating around you simply because they're there, and not that you're sensitive.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's exactly it. It wouldn't matter who was here. When my niece come to live with me, they started bothering her too, because I would drive up to the end of my road so she could catch the school bus, and they'd be in the tree line. They would be howling and shaking trees. I've heard them in the daylight, but I have not seen them in the daylight.
Really? But let me ask you this. Have you shined a flashlight or have they come into, say, like a porch light? Have you seen them that way and not just a silhouette out in the woods?
They've been up here in my garden on a full moon, and I've seen them in my garden. And my garden is right outside my bedroom window.
Does it scare
and
you
I have
when
a
you see
big
them?
garden.
No, does it scare
No,
you?
it
Or
really
are you just
doesn't
more
scare me
pissed off?
because I'm not crazy enough to go out there with them. I watch them. I'm not going to make myself known, but I'll watch them.
Do you think they know you're watching? Because they're pretty in tune. You know what I mean? Here's what I think. Okay, however you want to look at it. Okay, whatever it is, if it eats, if it can pick up stuff and touch stuff materially, okay, such as trees, and throw it at people, there has to be some kind of flesh and blood to it. Okay, because if it can hurt and if it can bleed, it's kind of like the movie. If it bleeds, we can kill it type deal.
Hey, I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah. Well, you see where I'm going with it. So there has to have a physical being to it some way, somehow. Okay.
Well,
So
I'm sure
that,
there's a physical being. We found its hair in the barbed wire.
there you go. So if it's a physical being, okay, and okay, Byron went dark on us. I'm about afraid to ask what he's fixing to do. Uh,
Shut,
if
Bob.
it is a physical being, you could go half human, half ape, primate, all kinds of stuff that they claim, and there's different opinions everywhere. If that's the case, you got to think about it this way: they mostly are out at night. They are around coyotes. Okay, uh, their vision has to be acute to where they can see in the dark. Has to be. I would think that their vision at night has to have some kind of a I'm not going to say per se like night vision glasses that are goggles that we in the military would use, but it has to be something similar or very cute with the pupils
Nocturnal.
that they allow more light in.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with that? Not only that, you could take me and Matt and put us out in the woods, and I guarantee you, within just very short time, days, if not hours, our noses would be more acute to the smells that is out in the woods. Okay. Our hearing would become sharper because we're not around the racket that we are used to, such as computers, cars, driving, talking to people. Our ears and head is always jammed up with noises. Out in the woods is not so. So all your senses basically come more acute. Living out in the woods, we can only imagine what Bigfoot or Sasquatches or whatever people want to call them would be so much superior than ours. That's why I say if you go outside, if you look out the window, a little shade of light that comes out would possibly catch their attention. That's why I was getting at when you were saying they were out there in your garden. They probably still know you're watching. Is what I'm getting at.
I would think so, but I've never really thought about it because I'm so quiet while I'm standing there. I don't make any noise. I don't make any movements, and I've just barely got the curtain cracked anyway watching them. But I do notice one thing: when they are around, all of the night critter noises, there
Yep.
is none. There's no
Okay.
crickets. There's no the night birds chirping. You know, like the snipes and stuff. They're quiet. The frogs are quiet. Everything is quiet.
Yeah.
Deathly still.
Well, it's the same way with you. It's the same way with you. Maybe not as much of as proportioned, but you walk outside, you got crickets, they'll shut up. You're crunching around, you're talking, other animals shut up. Okay. By the time that they get used to you and you got people out there, yeah, you're gonna start hearing your crickets, your birds, your owls, so on and so forth. They kind of accept you that you're out there. Okay. Do you think, and I'm asking you a question, do you think that, or have you ever smelled a Bigfoot? Do they have a smell?
There is two different types that come out here. There
Okay.
is the kind that you don't smell. Those are the ones that stay at the back with their families. They're the ones that chased me off to what they consider my border. I'm not allowed to go over there after dark. Then there's
Okay.
the one that comes up here that's very, very aggressive. I'll call him the stink ape because it is the foulest smelling. It is like a mixture of the worst body odor, death, vomit, rotten animal smell that you will ever smell in your life. And all it has on its mind is to hurt you. You smell that, you need to get somewhere.
Now I've heard that they have, it's an assumption, okay, that I've heard that somebody said that they have a gland,
Hi,
and if they
Molly.
feel, huh?
Sorry, I'm
Like
just
a
saying hi to Molly.
musk gland,
Okay.
kind of like a pheromone they emit.
Yeah, something like a skunk would. Okay.
Every
Uh,
once in a while, I got to pretend I'm running this channel.
Hey, I'm sorry, Matt. I've done the same thing on Steve's show, and I don't mean to do so, but I get caught up, and I apologize. I shouldn't do that.
Go ahead, keep talking. You're fine.
All right. Let me go with this again with you, Michelle. I've heard those stories that, that they have some kind of pheromone or they have some kind of gland when they either are spooked or scared of something, or they're trying to give you a warning. Nobody really knows. They would admit this odor. But according to you, you think that it has something to do with the aggression or its intent. Is that right?
I believe that there's two different kinds of them. In my personal opinion, I think there is different. They're still Bigfoot, but they're like a different race of Bigfoot, in my opinion. They're not
Okay.
dark. The ones that we've encountered have not been dark like the ones at the back. These are more of a muddy red color. And
Really?
they're just nasty critters. They'll chase you down. I'm not kidding. They throw stuff at you. It's just no.
I'm
It's not good.
This, Michelle. This is my own personal opinion. Nobody else has really come out and said it. Not through my readings and watching stuff. I think that there are different species. And what I mean by different species, you got California, where they're supposed to be 10, 11 feet tall. Okay.
Yeah.
If you go from there and go across the United States, then you're looking at, going south through Texas and Arkansas and Missouri, the Rockies, of course, going into the south and southeast. Okay. The further you go down that direction, and it's true with other animals, you got bigger deer up north. You got bigger deer toward California. The further south you go, and by the time you hit Florida, the deer are nowhere near. They're half the size of a deer that's, say, in up north. I'm of the I don't know about popular belief, but I have a belief that there are different species. Not so much like somebody put in earlier that, Bill says he thinks they're descendants of the Neanderthals. Maybe, I don't know. But I still believe that there are different species, just pretty much like there's a difference between my heritage, which is Irish Scottish, versus a Hungarian, Polish people. There's different traits in them. And I do believe that there's different traits in different species that live in among the United States in different regions. Now, the two mixed together, like you're talking about, I've not heard about that. And that makes me curious. Do the black ones that stay back here that you were talking about, do they tolerate or do they live
We
cohesively?
cohabitate. Well, we have heard some pretty aggressive tree breaking back there on the back of the property. And you will hear a lot of hollering going on. I don't know if a stink ape came up into the territory while the other ones was there or not, but we can go back there the next day, and that property back there, all the trees are just torn to hell, ripped out of the ground, brown trunks broken, limbs peeled down the trunk, all kinds of stuff. It's just, I don't know what it is, but we don't go back there. It's not safe.
So do you think they have a conflict amongst each other and they're trying to claim the same
I don't think
territory?
they tolerate each other. I don't. Because most of the time we'll know when the dark ones are back, because we can hear them hollering back there, the tree knocks and, tree limbs breaking because of the youths and stuff. And then a couple days later, that stink ape will show up.
Now, does this stink ape,
I'm just
does he
wondering
come in your yard?
That's the one that was looking through my windows.
No shit. So it was looking through your window?
Yeah.
So I'm coming in at the last end of what you was talking about.
When I moved here, I had a bedroom at the end of the house. Well, freaked the old man out, so I said, okay, we'll move to the other bedroom. And about 3 weeks after we were in the other bedroom, I only had a balance over my window. Just a ruffled balance over my window. And it was standing outside looking in the bedroom while we were in bed, laying there. You could see him standing there. And when the moon would hit his eyes would have a reddish tint to them.
That makes me curious. Yeah. I hear stories about red glowing eyes. But most of the time when you talk to people, a normal person like me and you, if I ask Matt tells me he's seen a Bigfoot, but he didn't see no red eyes. I don't hear many stories about that. Is it an eye sign that they're catching light, or can they just do it off of moonlight? Do you know?
The moon was out when he was there because it was shining through two of my other windows. And I think the moon caught in his eyes, but they glowed red, like a blood red.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's reflective or something in there?
I was thinking it was just the moon reflecting off of his eyes, but it was the eeriest thing I ever saw.
Oh, I bet. Especially staring in your window.
Yeah, now I have the windows completely covered.
Yes, I did see your text, Bob.
Hey, Bob, welcome to the Icebox channel. Glad you can make it.
Yeah, welcome to the Michelle and Icebox channel.
Bite me, Matt.
Well, I have to give you a hard time. I know you women won't. I know women. They don't shut up ever.
Oh, I'm having a good time.
How rude.
I live with one.
Hey, Michelle, listen, sweetheart.
I'm just giving you crap.
I know.
I need to get out here and go smoke me a cigarette. I do smoke. I don't smoke in my house. That's just a courtesy thing for me and my wife. But I need to go smoke me one. I really think about it. I think we could really, well, you seen what we done. We done took over Matt's channel, and that was not my intentions. It was just to get to know you and see if you wanted to do.
In our defense, Matt told us to keep the show going.
And we did.
I just needed 3 minutes so I could go take a piss.
Well, dang, you must have a small bladder.
Oh, wait a minute. Big Matt's back. God, how long you been back here, Big Matt?
What?
Holy crap, there went the neighborhood.
Yep. Hey, Michelle.
What happened to you? You just fell off the earth.
Yeah, I had to go take care of something.
Oh, I follow you. Well, we'll see you. Icebox, he's already gone. Wow, I suck at this. I could tell I don't do lives that much anymore.
Yeah.
Being on a live and running one is two different things, people.
Exactly.
But you guys have made it easy on me tonight. I haven't really had to say much.
I will say this, Matthew.
Yeah.
There's some people that I've been on their lives and I've been on yours, and I'd rather be on yours.
Really? Well, I don't have many restrictions. I mean, I'd prefer if you didn't come up here and say the F word every other word. But other than that, I don't really have any restrictions beyond that.
Well, one of the things that I like about coming over here and coming up on panel, you ain't got to worry about people talking about yarn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't do these very much. I kind of thought I was doing Steve a favor by just kind of keeping the live going tonight. And I'm making jerky and I have to stay up anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
One of the few times of the year where I just have to be in my house for 2 days and just kind of be dedicated to doing something. Otherwise, you know me, I'm out fishing, I'm out hunting, I'm out doing something. I can't stay in the house too long.
Yeah, well, I think you should go live from your kayak.
I would if I could have somebody read the comments while I was fishing. If I could figure out how to make that work, I'd do it.
Well, you drop the StreamYard link or send it to somebody and have them come up on the panel and just make yourself big and them small and have them there just to keep up with the chat.
Yeah, I would have to have like somebody modding for me the whole time for sure. Because there's no way I'd be paying attention to anything you guys are saying if I was out there on the kayak.
Well,
Yeah,
don't make
well-
Bob do it. He'll cuss people out.
No, I know.
Bob would be the
Well,
good
no.
moderator for the chat.
I don't care if you say the F word, Gandalf. I just don't want it like every 5 seconds. You know, if you're using the F word as like as in every sentence, you know.
Oh, you mean
So in
like
other
Samuel
words-
L. Jackson?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's one of those things. Well, that fucking sucks. That's one thing,
Yeah.
but not blah blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah, F this, F that, F this, F that. I've had people come up there and it's just every other word. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck the fucking
be
fuck.
referring to Aaron.
Yeah. I don't need that because you know my family watches this and I don't want it to be crazy. I'm gonna delete this video anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matthew. I didn't mean to make you delete a video.
No, I don't keep many lives. I don't keep them.
Don't
This
delete
is
them,
not
just put
what.
them private.
Yeah, I could do that, but I probably will just delete it because I only have lives just to shoot the breeze with you guys. I don't really care about the watch hours or anything.
Yeah, but you never know when you need to go back and watch something to see. Did I say it like that?
Yeah.
But if you were out fishing, definitely leave that up because that would.
Oh yeah,
that would
yeah.
make
If
it
I
a
did a
point-
live stream while I was out fishing, that would stay up.
Yeah.
So this is an animal that doesn't hesitate to attack not one.
Well, yeah, that's content to your channel.
Well, and it's showing other people that may not know that you can fish from a kayak.
I
Yeah.
do good to fish from the bank.
Oh, that's it, Matthew. We got to get Michelle over there. You got to send her out in the middle of the lake with the kayak.
No,
No, I would
Video
take her
every
if
bit
she
of it.
came here. I would take her out on the John boat. That's what I do when I've had people from YouTube come fishing with me, believe it or not, and I've always taken them out in the John boat. Just one or two though, not many.
Yeah.
Still trying to get Steve here. I've only known Steve for like 500 years, and I still haven't gotten him to come here.
Yeah, I ain't been there either. But it's
Hey.
a little
well
bit
then have
further
a
of a drive.
meetup.
Big Matt, I am sending Steve some deer jerky. Would you like some?
If you want to send me some, by all means.
Well,
But make sure you got enough for your family first.
well, no, I do. If you want some, make sure to text me your address later
Okay.
because I'm going. Cause, well, here's the thing, and here's why I'm asking. If you want some, I'm going to have to send it to you like tomorrow. So if you want some, send me your address. And I'm already sending some to Steve anyway. So I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow anyway. So if you want some, send me your address.
I'll send you my address.
All right. It's not going to be much, but it'll be something.
And I know I have your phone number. I just got to remember what name it's under.
I want to get to the bottom.
But dang, you could always put it in private chat, Matt.
What's that?
His address. I already
No,
got it. So
Big Matt's got my number. He could send me that. And if you don't, I'll text you and
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's under Matthew Jess.
yeah, there you go. Just make sure you send that to me tonight if you can, because I'm going to do this last what is this, 12:30? I'm going to do one more batch tomorrow, and then I'm going to be done. And if I'm going to send people something like food, I'd rather send it right away or not at all. So it'll probably take 4 or 5 days to get to you.
Yeah, at least 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, I've made a pretty giant batch for what I normally make. This is the most I've ever made, actually. 10 pounds.
Well, I have about 20 pounds of summer sausage on the smoker right now.
But you don't have any deer jerky, right?
No.
All right. Well, then I'll send you some.
I won't be doing that until probably late spring.
And you can let me know your honest opinion on how you like mine. I want honest opinion.
Well, I'll give you my honest opinion.
Because if it's
whether you like it or not is another story.
Right. We might not be friends after you give me your honest opinion, but no, I'm just kidding.
We might be better friends.
I don't see how you won't like it, because my wife and kids would let me know if it sucked. But
I was about to say.
And they've already been eating it like vultures to the roadkill, so I didn't even have the jerky in the bowl. It didn't even hit the bowl before they were in there grabbing it.
Right?
It's about like what is it? It's about like trying to keep candy in your house. It's gone.
And it could be the worst candy in the world.
Well, yeah. What's a better? It's about like trying to keep brownies, donuts, and cookies in your house. Let's put it that way.
Well, how many kids you got? 3, 4?
Sorry, Icebox. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you're all good. You're okay. I gotta go, guys. Hang on a second.
You weren't down there very long, were you? Okay.
No, just a half hour.
Well, that's what I'll be the first to tell you guys. I can't chew gum and walk.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Whenever I come on StreamYard, for some reason, I have to cut on my headphones, cut them back off, just so everything matches up. You know what? I don't know why it does that. But anyway,
we'll see you, Gandalf.
Yeah, Bill, I'm gonna get off here too. I've been up all day since this morning, and I've been up late night with you guys. I was up late night with you, Matt, last night making you jerky. I enjoyed it. But I gotta go.
No, yeah, I appreciate it. You guys gave me something to do besides stare at meat and cut it with a knife. So
yeah, I enjoyed it. I did. Big Matt, I enjoyed meeting you, bud.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I see you every now and then. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed meeting you. Oh, the change. Look out now.
I enjoyed your live the other night. I was sitting in the background and just listening for the most part, but yeah.
What was it, Sunday? On
Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I believe it was Sunday that we was doing a football show.
Yeah, I had
that's
my
my buddy.
earbud in one ear and was paying attention to the family and listening.
Yeah,
trying not to get in trouble.
Yeah, I understand. I'm glad you was there. We're going to be doing a Saturday night show, and we'll be doing the Sunday again too. So come see us, okay? So
I will definitely try.
All right, Michelle, I enjoyed our conversation. I will get back with your email tomorrow, and I really do hope you enjoyed yourself, and we can do it again on my show. And I think we'll have a lot of fun between me and you, and it'll probably be just me and you doing the talking. So if you would like to do it, I really hope so. Matt, good night, brother. I'm getting out of here.
Good night.
All right, see you guys.
Good night,
See ya.
Gandalf.
Not.
Bye, Gandalf. Sorry. Yeah, that's one of the many reasons I don't go live much. I'm trying to read the chat and talk to you guys, and I'm not very good at that.
Well, see, that's why I always have a panel, That way, I can switch back and forth.
I'd probably be better off doing this from the computer and not the phone. Yeah, no big deal. I didn't actually think I'd even be up here this long because I wasn't really sure if anybody would come over here from Steve's, but they did. People aren't used to me going live is all I'm trying to say. So they're not like anticipating that I'll go live.
Yeah, it is kind of rare.
It is. I think it's been like 5 or 6 months since I did a live stream.
Yeah, I think I was there that last time too.
I should do more. I don't know why I don't. Other than I think the honest reason I don't do many lives like this is because usually Steve or Brenda or Big Matt is already doing one, and it's kind of like, well, they're already doing one. Why would I have one? And I'm not trying to build watch hours, so I don't care.
Yeah.
So that's my honest reason.
Well, and everybody needs to take a break and step back from it from time to time.
Yeah. Here, Matt, I'll give you a little taste of what's to come.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm glad we ain't got smell-o-vision.
You would like it. My house smells wonderful. I wish if they made a jerky scented candle, sign me up. That's all I'm saying. I wish my house smelled like beef jerky every day of the year. I wouldn't mind. It's got brown sugar in it and all kinds of sugars and spices and everything nices, and it smells great. If you put this in your woods, you're going to attract Bigfoot and probably all your neighbors.
Oh God, that's reason enough not to put it out there. I don't like my neighbors.
Well, if you put deer jerky in your woods, you're going to have your neighbors coming over, let alone whatever's living in the woods that's going to eat it.
Well, they better know how to dance because I'm going to be shooting at them.
There you go.
You let Bigfoot take care of it. That way you don't get in trouble.
Actually, one of the neighbors used to have a deer lease on my property, and he had a cow that didn't come up to eat, so he went back there about 11 o'clock at night, and he wasn't back there very long. He come up here, and he was acting all weird.
All right, Cheryl, thanks for stopping by.
He said, there's something going on back there, and I planned to find out what it is. I already knew what it was, but I wasn't going to tell him because I didn't like him. Ouch. Kitty, stop.
What I'll probably do, Matt, is I'll probably send it to you tomorrow. So probably look for it. What's today? Tomorrow, Friday. I'd probably look for it around Tuesday or Wednesday, getting there to you.
Yeah, it would get to Michelle. If you send something to Michelle, it'll get to her probably Saturday.
I ain't trying to feed her Bigfoot.
I was just saying,
my Bigfoot's on screen with you. He's already going to be here, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He's got trees to tear up.
No, like I was saying earlier, it makes me happy to, believe it or not, within reason, of course, it makes me happy to go out and kill a deer, go catch fish, and then give it to people that otherwise couldn't get it, or share it with friends. I have no problem doing that. Within reason, of course. I'm not going to go out and shoot a deer and give the whole damn thing away, but you know what I mean.
At least keep the backstrap out of it if that's what you're going to do.
You know, it's funny you say that. I haven't eaten them yet, and I'm trying to think of a way to cook them that I haven't tried yet. And I've thought about doing the thing where you cut the tenderloins open on the back side of them, and you stuff it with cream cheese and chives, and put it on the grill that way, and wrap it in bacon.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That's one recipe I've always wanted to try, and it's a little bit too fancy for something I would do. I usually just throw them on the grill, cook them medium rare, and eat them as is, like the rest of I imagine a lot of people do.
Thank you, Matthew.
Now he's hungry.
Yep.
Well,
Now
I
I'm
just want
hungry.
to try something different with them. You know, this is a treat for me. This is like a one-time-a-year thing for me where I have deer meat to cook. So, I got fish coming out of the wazoo. I send you guys all the crappie you ever want.
I was just
They're
going
not-
to ask you, have you ever done fish jerky?
Yes. And I could tell you this. If you're going to smoke a fish and turn it into jerky, basically, or make it, cut it down to size more or less, take the moisture out of it's what you're doing. Don't do it with panfish. What you want to do is you want to do it with a fish that has a high oil content. A trout, a salmon, a pike, a catfish.
Yeah,
Something
that's what
that's
I was
got.
going to ask, because somebody gave me some catfish jerky one day, and I had like 2 bites of it, and I was like, that was actually a lot better tasting than I expected.
But yes,
I didn't expect it to be bad, but it was like, now I want more.
So the short answer is yes. Just don't do it with. I tried it with crappie one time. No, if you're gonna do panfish, fry them. That's the short answer of it.
Yeah.
But something like a salmon, especially, is really good smoked. Obviously, smoked salmon, everyone knows about it. But something with a lot of oil in the meat makes better for that. I had some smoked fish from, Uper, right? Uper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he lives up in the UP. If you're ever in the UP, they have a lot of roadside smoked fish joints. And my wife goes up there every now and again because she's from there, or from Michigan anyway. And she brings me back smoked salmon and smoked whitefish, and it is the bomb. It is the bomb.
Close the gate over on this field, and then the one going across the road right there by the canal, which will keep the herd from coming in. I don't want the herd around this cow. And let's lock them out of this.
I wish I was I do have a smoker. I have 2 smokers, in fact. I'm not really that proficient with them. Most of the fish I eat, I either fry it 90% of the time, or I'll put it in tin foil and put it on the grill with some butter and lemon. I don't really do anything. I don't get Gordon Ramsay with it.
Well, I got a pellet smoker for Christmas, an electric pellet smoker. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get into more of the making different things, and I'll be it's coming out of the box tomorrow, and tomorrow night I'm smoking ribs. So.
Well, like I said, you asked me how many kids I have. I have 3. One of them only eats hot dogs and macaroni. Like that she'll die on that hill. That's all she eats.
That sounds like Matthew.
And so when I cook something like deer meat, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
There are some things that will make that 90% of the family eat. Like if I make the deer meat into like the ground meat, I turn it into tacos or burritos or something. Most that'd get eaten up pretty good. We throw it in hamburger helper. We make hamburgers with it. There's a real good recipe I'll have to make. And this is going to sound funny saying it, but smoked deer balls. You you just take the ground meat and roll them into balls and smoke them. Very good.
See, I've made I'll take and grind up quite a bit of my deer, and every year I do at least once, if not twice, stuffed onion.
Yeah.
With it, and you wrap the onion with bacon and stuff it full of deer meat and smoke it. It's good.
Well, you really can't go wrong wrapping something in bacon.
Yeah.
You could damn near wrap a dog turd in bacon and halfway eat it.
I'll have to take your word on that one.
I mean, you could pick. You'll be picking the bacon off, of course. You know what I mean. But I would like to try some new stuff. Is all I'm getting at.
Going up. What does this mean? All the frequencies are excited at once. Almost so what that means is you have all the way from microwaves down to.
I'm about ready. I have made a relatively short video on another how-to make deer jerky. As far as videos coming up, I really don't have much else other than if I go out and try some small game, and if the weather cooperates, maybe a little bit of fishing. But probably not going to be a whole lot out of my channel coming out after that deer jerky video.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that the temperatures stay where they're, in between the low 40s and low 50s, so I can get out and do more fishing.
Like I said, if you ever got here, especially in the spring and fall, I could put you on as many crappies as you would get tired of catching them.
Well, I probably wouldn't, because I've never been crappie fishing. I've only caught one crappie ever in my life, and it was a fluke. I caught it with a worm.
Well, I've always said this, like, people are like, well, you're really good at catching crappie. It's like, well, that's what's really common here, I think.
Yeah, but look at some of them slabs you've been pulling out. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, that's what's available to me. I mean, if I lived by the ocean, you'd probably see me fishing for something that comes out of the ocean. That's just kind of what I got here, and that's what I do. And it really isn't. I mean, I'm an okay fisherman, but it ain't rocket science.
It made me think they were scared of something. There's so many other places on the ranch. 30. There's so much other shade. The options are unlimited for where they can choose to go to.
Is Bob still here?
I think he went to bed.
Yeah, I think he went to bed.
I wonder if that rascally coyote ever showed up, because I sent him the link.
There's 41.
There you go. There you go.
I don't think so. Hey, if you get a chance, Matthew, just to go hang out with Coyote. Yeah, he's a pain in the butt, and he is a brat. But you can have fun up there running around the mountains.
As we observe these cows.
Oh, I believe you.
One of the things is that they've really just been grazing on the east side of the ranch for some time now.
And don't let him know, but he's not as bad of a driver as I tell him he is.
If he didn't live so damn far away, I would already be hanging out with him. I mean, I've talked to him on the phone. We text each other. I'm usually in communication with him probably at least once a month I talk to him.
Very curious. And it makes me wonder if there's a connection between the two.
I talked to Bob. I talked to Steve. I talked to Jason from White Rock. I talked to who else? There's a few others.
Yeah.
Not on a live.
I talked to Zombie, Bob, Coyote. I talk to Coyote almost every night. Yeah, but I talked to Zombie quite a bit, and Bob.
Just yesterday,
And Michelle.
Coyote sent me a picture of his knees.
Yeah, his good knee is swole up bigger than his bad knee.
Yeah. I was like, why are you sending me pictures of your body parts?
Hey, look, Michelle, somebody's here to say hi.
I would have been up to Bob's this year if he didn't have his health problems. You know, I'd have been up there for sure.
I'd have been there too.
So
I was
hopefully,
supposed to be there
fingers
too.
crossed, next year something will happen. We'll see.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm even gonna
think about it. Me, you, Zombie, Coyote,
all in the same room.
all in the same room.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then throw Steve in there.
Steve would have been the one sitting up against the wall, like I don't know what they're doing. They're on their
Oh.
own.
I've had some I blew his mind on a couple of phone calls. I'll say that. Stuff I can't say on YouTube. We'll put it that way.
Because we don't know the cause of death for this cow, and it might be something natural because cows do die all the time, but they don't die all the time with crazy, weird electromagnetic signals around.
Is that an ice box on somebody else's panel talking?
Obviously, if the cow is diseased or something.
I have a TV on.
The rest of the herd, or maybe there's something there that gives us
That well, one of the guys on the TV sounded just like Icebox.
No, it's a show about Skinwalker Ranch.
So we had.
I've heard of that.
She was alive.
When
Yeah, I got a
had
whole
cable-
team of investigators out here on it.
When I had cable, I would watch the Skinwalker, the Legends or whatever.
I'll tell you what. I know there's a show that you guys, I think that you two would like, and it's called Alone.
That's okay.
You like it? But one season in particular. It's the one where the guy stabs a muskox to death with a pocket knife.
And that would be there's one of the ones that was on Alone has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, a couple of them do.
Yeah.
10 or 20 minutes, but a cow was observed to be alive and well.
And believe it or not, the guy that stabbed the muskox to death, he won the $1 million. Go figure. Because it's always the guy that gets the big game animal that makes it the whole time.
Tree lovers. Yep.
Like I think one season the guy shot a moose with a bow, and of course he won because he had more meat than everybody else, so he survived the winter longer.
Examination, and it made me realize just how more incredible these stories
I can't think of the guy's name, but you could tell like the guy, like he didn't even have to be on the TV show. He was just out there having fun, whereas everybody around him was just suffering. But you could tell like he was like, I'd do this stuff if I wasn't on TV, you know. Jess got me watching that.
Naked and Afraid was a pretty good one, but I was like, I couldn't go on that show.
No, God,
sunburnt
no.
in the wrong places, and it would not be comfortable.
Well, I'm not also, I mean, those two don't usually know each other either. So it's like, I'm going to be nude with a woman I don't know who's also nude.
Talk about awkward.
Yeah, it's going to be awkward for sure. I mean, you throw $1 million at me, I'll throw it out the window, I guess. But man, you'd have to throw me some money, and I'd have to know I was going to win.
Yeah.
Stress will bring on the skin. Oh, really? Yeah, cows and stress. And the pathogens that cause pneumonia are typically already within the cow. If this cow got stressed, the best thing on the acute reaction. Yeah, stress will come. So the heart looks normal. I don't see anything on the valve.
Michelle, are you sleeping or are you laughing?
No, I got an eyelash in my eye and it's driving me nuts. Trying to get it out.
There's some particular type of stress
that will cause this. I don't know that
I hate it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to verify something that was going to proper business, doing her thing.
I think I got it.
No, you missed it.
Which allows pneumonia to set in.
Shut up, Matt.
Exactly, yeah. All the signs I've seen point toward stress and
Just because you're bigger than me don't mean I won't smack you, Matt.
and that stress would have been so
You got to catch me first,
Yeah.
and in order to catch me and slap me, you would have to have a step ladder.
Well, he's a gentleman. He's not going to slap you back.
No, he'd probably throw me over his shoulder and take me to the nearest pond and throw me in.
That I could see him doing.
Yeah. He threatened to duck me in a freaking stock tank at Bob's.
Yeah, I think I volunteered Matthew to bust out the ice before I got there.
You wouldn't do that. That'd make me madder than hell.
And you know Bob would be sitting there instigating it the whole way. Go, 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 go.
Yeah,
He probably would.
I think that trip would have definitely been interesting this year.
That trip would have been a YouTube sensation.
I think so. Yeah.
The cameras would have to be rolling constantly from one channel or another.
I'd probably have to buy another battery for my GoPro because that would be so much. That would be like filming overload going up there.
Yeah, I was supposed to go up there and cook, and I'd already been told I wasn't even going to be in the kitchen by myself. Big Matt said he was going to go in there and harass the crap out of me. Bob said he was going to be there harassing the crap out of me. I'm like, good Lord. And then Bob told me I'd be on my own with all you guys. I'm like,
I almost
oh,
wonder if I
Lord.
should meet Bob alone first, let alone all you guys at once. That might be like overstimulating.
Because I'm feisty. He says, oh, you can handle it. And I'm like, oh my God, but why would you make me do that? I'd probably get banned, get barred. Shit. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm coming up on the 3-hour mark, and my phone is not long from dying, so I don't think I'm going to go much longer than 10, 15 more minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I got to get up anyway. I think I got to go fix something to eat.
I just got to turn this jerky 1 or 2 more times, and then I'm done tonight.
I just realized I hadn't eaten today.
Well, I heard you're supposed to eat every day if you can.
I never get hungry.
Well, it sounds like Bigfoot's eating all your food.
I got it somewhere.
Shoot, no, I'm not letting Big Matt in my house. All 4 of my refrigerators and all of my freezers would be empty. And I'd have to stand in my pantry with a machine gun just to keep him out of my pantry.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about all that.
Nah, you don't eat much.
I really don't.
No, you eat like a bird. 5 or 6 bites, you're done.
Oh. Have you met Brutus yet, Big Matt?
Is that your new puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen him a couple times.
Well, I'll leave him alone then. He's sleeping.
Yeah, don't wake him up.
Well, I wasn't gonna wake him up. I was just gonna put him on camera.
That's just wrong.
Well, the best time to filming was when he's asleep because he's not moving so much.
Serious circumstances, I immediately drove.
It's the only time he can sit still.
And just because I know you love them,
Events
there's Camo.
and surrounded.
That's a good name for him. He's blending in. Yeah, I got 2 cats running around somewhere, or the wife does.
Well, this is the only one that's allowed in my house. The rest of them got to stay outside.
I don't have that option.
Well, that's because I didn't give my wife no other option.
Well, one of the cats came with the wife, and then I got another one at her request.
Spent decades being an active field investigator, so I felt bringing her on the property was going to be important to truly understand.
I got 8 cats in my lap right now.
Whether it's strange or whether it's
That is 6 too many.
It's the 2 adults and the 6 babies.
when it comes to some of the strange phenomena you've reported that has occurred here on the radio
Yeah.
the last several days. And I think
I wish Bob was still in here because I'd ask him, where the hell is my bacon
it was the court
poster?
as soon as possible to consult.
Exactly. He was supposed to send them to me for me to autograph, and he never did.
In the last few days. Well, we can tell you about it, but we also show you some of it. You know, we've had some things happen with the cattle. There's some footage I'd like to show you.
He probably forgot. He's been busy.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about this was that it was surrounded by a number of anomalies taking place within a short period of time.
That's what got my attention. That's what did the urgency with me.
So when you take and add all of the things together, it starts to draw a picture that maybe it's not just.
It's a little bit cold to be thinking about that picture, though.
So, Linda, what would you suggest
Yeah.
we do?
Well, it would warm it up.
Shoot.
Okay. Great. I have to go immediately with Eric to start looking at the footage. Let's do that.
I wonder if there was a way while he was having them made, if he could make it scratch and sip so it smelled like bacon.
So we immediately take Linda out to see the cow. And even though it's only been 12 hours, there's obviously definitely an odor
Lay down, Speedy.
and the insects around it.
Oh,
And I
goodness.
almost had me a pet raccoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lady at the feed store today when I was up there. She had one on her shoulder. And I was like, can I have your raccoon? And she's like, I'll sell him to you. And I'm like, how much?
For 2 years, she
100
For a
bucks.
raccoon?
$100 is a little bit steep for a raccoon.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's already potty trained and everything else. But yeah. No.
I ain't paying $100 for a dog, let alone a raccoon.
Right?
Especially when you got to get them their rabies shots twice a year. Matt, you want a raccoon? You just hang out over here. I got a plethora of them up
If I
here on
come
my
over there,
porch.
I'm going to shoot that big raccoon that you got coming up on your porch.
I wish you would. That big bull raccoon is driving me nuts.
Well, Michelle, you've already made both of us afraid to ever go in your woods.
I'm not afraid to go in our woods. I'm the one that keeps tapping on the window.
Oh, well, I mean, if your Bigfoot really is just Big Matt, I guess I'll be fine. If he's not, and I got a boulder getting chucked at my head, I'll blame both of you.
Well, there ain't gonna be any boulders. You might get a tree chucked at you.
Well, that's not that much better.
At least the limbs will whistle so you know where it's going.
Just hope it's not a mesquite tree. They get kind of thorny.
But if there is stress involved, as the veterinarian himself suggested, why?
No, I don't go back there in the back part of the property unless I'm in the Jeep or the truck. Something I can get out of there pretty quick in.
facing sky.
Right?
So while this isn't a textbook real
Well,
life,
there's over 100 pig back there too. It's not good to go back there by yourself with all those wild pig.
No,
That's
I don't
dangerous.
imagine.
Mm-mm.
Which is worse to run into, a full-grown boar or a sow with pigs, you figure?
They're both
They'll
just
both
as
kill you.
mean.
They'll both kill you.
I guess if you had to pick one, which one would you rather run into?
A baby.
A baby?
There you go. A baby. A piglet.
Well, that's the thing, because the males and the females both have tusks, and they know how to use them.
Yep, they'll cut you to shreds.
And it could be that is the stress that is.
I don't have half the critters to worry about that you guys do. There ain't that much that'll kill you, and there ain't that much that'll poison you here.
Yep, because in the nice weather, then you got the snakes.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
All
And
the
the
different poisonous
alligators.
snakes. Well, I don't have that here, Matt. I don't have gators here. Thank God.
Well, heck, I spent a couple weeks in Oklahoma, and I ran into 3 or 4 of those. What are those called? The recluse spiders, brown recluses.
Yeah,
We got
brown recluse.
Yeah, we don't have those
Yeah, you
here.
don't wanna mess
Not
with
in
those.
any number.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with those.
Well, no, I heard
You
they'd
didn't
kill
live
you.
though until you had a wolf spider jump on your face.
Well, we got those. I don't particularly like those, but I know they ain't gonna
They
kill me.
jump. They'll scare the hell out of you.
Oh,
We
I've
do have
slept with
big,
a couple.
big tarantulas.
I've had a couple of those wolf spiders in my sleeping bag. I know all about them.
Right. That's always the
No, they don't bother me, but they're good for bait.
They're walking sticks. I don't like them things either, or praying mantis.
Yeah, I was about to say Cassidy runs around finding all the praying mantises around here.
Oh, we got a bunch of those.
I don't mind them
Those
in
are-
the garden, but I don't want them up here.
That's what I was getting ready to say. They're good for the garden.
Real good. They'll eat all those aphids and the freaking beetles and stuff. Yeah, they eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, we've about reached the 3-hour mark, and my phone is fixing to die. So instead of me just falling off of here, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down.
Okie dokie.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys. Don't be sure. Hey, Matt, send me your address.
I'm going to as soon as I get off of here.
All right. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.